Thank you for letting me know in such a kind manner. Can always look to Fantastic Sarcastic for kindness. Alrighty then. Yes, yes. Let your mind fall into a deep and restful peace. Yes, you know what? I'm gonna totally guess at your name, Zielnek. Zielnek 1. And I'm pretty sure I'm pretty close to that. Yes, it is incarnate. It is incarnate indeed. Am I hungover? No, I'm not hungover. I didn't have any alky last night. No alcohol. I was pretty close to that. That's actually, I'm kind of surprised. How's everybody doing this morning? Zeal knock. All right. Is that supposed to mean something? What does zeal knock mean? Or does it mean anything? It is truly the question. It's the question of the day. Hey there, Nomi. How are you? Surprised to see you up and bright-eyed and bushy-tailed. It doesn't. I've had this name for 18 plus years, though. There you go. It's become tradition at this point. Game day, good with a chance of being bad. I get it. I get it. Tired and cold. Yep, fall in the Midwest. Exactly, exactly. Oh, dude, after 18 years, you never got to play Zealnock. Okay. I'm going to guess that Zealnock was a... 18 plus years. So you're probably looking at 4th edition, right? Or 3.5. After you started using the name, you decided not to. Well, that's fair. That's fair. Drinking your iced vanilla oat milk latte and watching you. You know what? Those are actually pretty good. So I can't knock you for that. I can't knock you for the most frou-frou drink name of all time. I can't do it. Yeah, I used to be that guy that had just an entire folder of characters that I wanted to try out. About a year after 5e came in. Okay, so 5th edition was your first one then. Interesting. No, Nomi, I said that I was not going to hate on your drink because that's actually pretty good. I like those. It's one of the only things that I get from Starbucks. And I'll tell you this much. You can make fun of matcha all you want, but matcha is very healthy and it's pretty tasty. At least I don't drink matcha. Look at you. You're so cool, Nomi. I wish I was as cool as you. See, a lot of people have that same sentiment, Zilnock. A lot of people have that same sentiment. 5th edition was actually my first one, and the closest I've come to playing 3.5 is Pathfinder. That's as close as I've come to playing 3.5. But I've only played 50,000 other systems since then. Main problem with 5e is necromancy? How so? Alright, we gotta put some windows up in this biatch. And they're like... here, let's, eastern. There we go. When it comes to necromancy, there's 3 main pillars to what makes necromancy, well, necromancy. Okay, color me intrigued. Plenty of video games using other rule sets. The pillars being minionmancy, curses, and instant death. It seems like you thought a lot about necromancy, Zilnok. Well, yeah, I mean, 5e has the summoning aspect, and it has, I mean, you can animate dead. Curses, I mean, there's different spells you could do, like Contagion's one. Even though I can't even remember if that one's in the core rules, Contagion. In your friend group, you're an undead and necromancy encyclopedia. Interesting. Every friend group needs a necromancer. See, these go on the outside. So I think, nope, wrong way. See, we're gonna place that down there. We're gonna spin her around there. What does that need to be at? 285? Yes, yes. You know, the good news about these windows, though, is that it looks like we don't even need to make a gap in the wall to get them to fit. See, this is good. This is good. Yeah, there's only, like, the only thing that kills you in one shot is Power Word Kill. And that's a 9th level spell. You gotta get to, I think, 18th level to get it, or 17th level? That's only if you're 17th level in a single class. So you gotta go wizard all the way up to get to Power Word Kill. Hey, what's up, Kaio? Coming in with the reminder to like the stream. Thanks, buddy. I appreciate that. Yeah, I might have to take your word for it, man, because I am not particularly aware of what mechanisms 3.5 has in it in order to facilitate the evildoers, as it were. Wait a minute. You know what I just realized? I don't know if these are gonna work because it's got like little stone, pieces there. How do you become a lich in 5e? I feel like that would definitely be like that'd be a DM question. I mean, because obviously you need a phylactery, right? And I'm trying to remember. I don't remember what all requirements you have, or what all requirements a lich has in order to take that form. I know they need a phylactery. And I can't remember, do they need to sacrifice themselves in order to do that, or what? Wanted to listen to someone cool before your 9 a.m. CST game. Well, I'll tell you this much. You're in the wrong place if you want to listen to somebody cool. Well, see, and then are encouraged to immediately NPC you. Yeah, well, that's the thing with a lot of TTRPGs, though, is that a lot of them work under the assumption that the players are going to play heroes, right? And I'd say that's a fair assumption. But it's just yeah, that's a tough one, because the enemies that are presented to you in, at least in 5th edition, are for the most part between neutral and evil aligned. And so, like, you know, the tools that a dungeon master has to present a fully fleshed out campaign, aside from like celestials and stuff like that, the tools the DM has are very limited to accommodate for an evil party. Again, I don't know about I don't know about 3.5 necessarily. I assume that it follows a similar trend in 3.5 as far as the, you know, monster manual alignment and all that good stuff. But, like, I know there's a couple dragons, there's some humanoids you could use, there's celestials. But everything like monstrous and, you know, and the celestials themselves, like, I can't even think of many celestials that would present a proper challenge for a low-level party. Kyle, I would never dream about it. Eating jalapeno colache? Is that a Hispanic thing? Colache? Yeah, it does depend on the DM's level of experience. Yeah, for sure. Now, keep in mind, I'm going off the top of my head. I can't remember everything that's in the monster manual, to be sure, but I guess, yeah, I mean, you're not wrong. You're usually fighting evil stuff. Yeah, I mean, you can still play an evil character and fight evil things, assuming that the goals are not aligned. So an evil person would definitely fight another evil person if their goals are not aligned. Or the ones that don't have, the enemies that don't necessarily have goals at all, but just, you know, attack on instinct. Those are of lower intelligence. A colache is a Texas version of a pig in a blanket. Okay. I'm Southern-ish? Am I Southern-ish? Oh, I messed something up. Let's see. Oh, I see why. I'm trying to get my nicotine here, and it's just like burning. Let's try that. Yeah, you know, running an evil campaign, like, I don't really have any interest in it, you know? Like, I could try, but eventually I'm naturally going to gravitate towards the bad guys doing something evil, towards the antagonist doing something evil. It's not that I can't think of things that good guys might do in order to antagonize a party of evil players, or evil characters, I should say. But I definitely think that it's just in my nature to gravitate towards an evil campaign. Not that I haven't. I've definitely had evil characters in my campaign, though. It was just it's always a bit of a, I don't know if it's struggle is the right word, but here, this is what we'll do. And we're gonna there's a window. A demon that would sacrifice himself does a quote-unquote good thing, yeah. One of the characters that is the group's favorite made is a spell scale dread necromancer, Talmud Geprix, who was surrounded by neutral and good party members. In fact, Talmud was good friends with the good party member. Interesting. From your point of view, the good guys are evil. True. Right. Yeah, they just need a source of power to seize. Right. That said, there is nothing good apart from Christ. We can do no good works with Christ. Otherwise, even the good we do is evil. I'm trying to chew on that one for a minute. I feel like that's one I'll need to chew on. For show. What is this? This is at 33. We're gonna go. Yeah. After that, they were willing to help him seek out sources of power. And in return for their assistance, he helped him with, well, whatever came up. That's good. Oh, hi, Dave. Yeah. Plot twist, Tomahawk Scout is evil. Well, So Biggles, Tomahawk Scout is a recovering evil person. Hence why he doesn't really talk about himself much. We're gonna have a bunch of windows. Each of these damn kids are gonna have their own window. $15. Boop. 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 Lots of windows in this room. We like that. We like those. Backup dancer sequels. Undead boyos. Are they girl kids or boy kids? I don't know. I mean, it depends on, you know, what kind of juice the dad was pumping at the time. You know? Was it blue juice or pink juice? Let's see. It's only psychopaths who put windows in bathrooms. So we're going to leave the bathroom unwindowed. Let's see. So our little training area has windows. I think maybe the kitchen or this little dining area will have a window. This will have a window. And I think we'll have a window here. We should be... Oh, no, we need windows out front. The reason Talmud ended up becoming friends with a good person is because he was born a noble, silver spoon and all, and could have just lived that life without a care. True, yeah. Disregard to seek her own way, get her own things, attain her own power. Yeah. Blue beds and pink beds. Wait, there is a white bed. What is that? Well, so, Dave, I didn't come in here looking to distinguish the children's sex by the color of their bedding. I was merely aiming for a little bit of variety in coloration. Yeah, of course the bathroom's gonna stink. By the way, hello, JJ. How are you? Oh, we need to go back to Windows. Windows. Dave, it is only you who are making assumptions about things like that. No, this is the master bedroom mirror. Let's see. Okay, window there. And, oh, wait. I'm a degree off. There we go. There we go. I think we're good now. There are no facts in your statement. First, you assume that the bedding was distinguishing the sex of the children, and secondly, you assume that the father of this household would have male children sleeping in the same room as female children. I think that you, my friend, are you're making the assumptions. Later, man. Let's see. We want a window there. Actually, if that's the case, I think we need to move. We're going to move this just below the window, just for uniformity and such. A Pathfinder 1E game you play every Friday, then a Pathfinder 1E game you run right after. So you're a Pathfinder guy through and through. Fine, we'll put a window in the bathroom. There. Are we happy? Happy. Pathfinder 1E with D&D 5 or 3.5E rules. Gotcha. You know what? I'm just now thinking, like, I don't think people in these cultures actually used beds. I think they more or less slept on mats, right? In fact, I'm fairly certain that's the case. I mean, it says it's an Eastern Imperial bed. Interesting. Yeah, 9 of 29 maps, that's a ton. Well, I'll tell you, as long as it takes me to make these, like, I don't think I could do that many maps. Like, in a time, I couldn't do that many maps in a timely manner. There's no freaking way. Like, one thing I did for one of my games is I went to like, I think it was Midjourney I used, and just basically was like, put, like, the point of view is from the top, is from an upper corner of the room. This is the room that I'm looking for. That's the kind of room that I'm looking for. And I just did that, put a hex map over it on, and this was on Foundry, so I didn't have to print anything. But that's basically all I did. It's like, you know, and you give it enough tries, and Midjourney does a good job of it. It can do a good job of it, but it's definitely not my preferred method of getting maps, because I like to have things in there that, you know, are obviously a little more personalized. That said, I'm by no means am I anywhere near the best map maker on that uses this application, because there's some people who do stuff on here that's just mind-boggling. I'm not the worst, but nor am I anywhere near the best. Yes, I am an AI. Thank you for noticing. And, you know, one of the reasons, like, I don't know if I can help myself, to be quite honest. Like, if I'm making a map, I genuinely don't know if I can help myself but put, you know, more detail than what is necessary in it. You know, it's like, if you play like a Fallout game and you walk in some of these rooms, like one of the rooms in Fallout that always sticks, I think it's in, is it Fallout 4? It might be Fallout 4. Yeah, because I think it's in Concord or something. Maybe not. I can't remember. But it was like there's this room, there's this bathroom you walk into, and there's a bathtub with a skeleton in it, right? But there are a ton of mannequins just surrounding the bathtub, looking at the bathtub, and some of them are like holding like plungers and machetes and stuff. And it's just like, it's environmental storytelling. You know what I mean? You know what I want to do? I think there needs to be a carpet. Because when people wake up first thing in the morning, they want a nice, they don't want to walk on a cold floor. Look at Fantastic. Always coming in with the kind words. Yes, Fallout 4. Yeah, Zilnok, I am basically the same way. Basically the same way. I can't envision things without having seen them. Yes, yes. And then we're gonna put yet another rug. Let's see if we can find a different rug. These guys love rugs, and so do I. Mostly because it breaks up the monotony of the floor. Let's go orange. Oh, nope, that one's orange. We're gonna go, oh, we already got red in there too. Let's go, I think we've got all of them actually. Go green. Oh, we don't have blue. We gotta have blue. Look, the rug is blue. All right, we're gonna change this up. We're gonna change it up. I want to hear a different track here, and I know exactly which one I want to hear. There we go. Yeah, Erudite likes rugs in a 70s context. I know I was thinking about this earlier, but we're missing a larder, or whatever the Japanese equivalent of a larder is. But perhaps the larder is, that doesn't really make sense that it would be a separate room. I could just put it here. Put like barrels and such. You know, I'm here every week. I'll stream long and you're a professional troll. Fantastic. A professional troll is what you are. I'm surprised you don't get paid for it, to be honest. Well, Zealnak, you could just be like me and just drop it. Quit right in the middle. I'm kidding. I'm kidding. Hello, Paul. How's it going, buddy? Gotta pay the troll toll to get into this boy's hole. You gotta pay the troll toll to get in. You want the baby boy's hole, you gotta pay the troll toll. You gotta pay the troll toll to get in. Oh, drop the elegy. No. No. But I have had campaigns where, you know, like there was one campaign that I was running, homebrew setting and everything, and several players couldn't make it, so it was just the couple players who could make it. We just decided to do, you know, an arena thing, and they basically decided to, it was kind of like a round-based thing where they could keep going for more money, or they could like quit and take the money that they had. Well, they kept going, and they kept going, and the enemies kept getting harder and harder and harder. And eventually it got to the point where they just didn't survive, and their characters died. And I was like, oh, well, it doesn't have to be canon. You know, we were just playing to have fun so we could play D&D. And they're like, nope, it's canon. And after that, it just kind of fell apart, you know? I don't know if you can get paid for it or not, Sarcastic. It's possible. Maybe. No, don't. Well, I'm not monetized on YouTube. You can't yell demonetize at somebody who's not monetized. Oh, what am I doing? I didn't see these before. It's a treasure chest, but it could also just be a chest. Oh, why is that so big? Good, that's what she said. Let's see. Boo, boo, boo. You want the baby boy's hole, you gotta pay the troll toll. You gotta pay the troll toll to get in. Troll toll. What'd you say? Troll toll. Hey, hey, hey! Troll toll. Ooh, that's a good idea, Fantastic. Start the campaign with a battle royale at session 1. Winner is the BBEG for the rest of the campaign. That's a good idea. That's a really good idea. I like that a lot. It would be a dick move to in where the party is in their most dangerous situation. You want the baby boy's hole, you gotta pay the troll toll. You gotta pay the troll toll to get in. Troll toll. Origami. See, this person likes origami. And Dad hasn't been home to tell them to pick up their room. You want the baby boy's hole, you gotta pay the troll toll. You gotta pay the troll toll to get in. I'm stuck on that song now. Thanks a lot, Huck. I appreciate that, by the way. The hell is that? You know what it is, bitch. Bang! Bang, bang, bang! Oh my god. That's I need to get Hulu so I can watch Sunny. That's such a good show. Those of you who have not watched It's Always Sunny in Philadelphia need to do yourself a favor. Let's see. Tiny boy, baby boy, little boy, I need you. Oh my god. You sound like I want to get with the little boy. Ooh. Ah. It doesn't take much to get things stuck in my head, to be honest with you, Paul. It's pretty easy, actually. I'm easily distracted. As you can tell by how little progress I have made on this map over the last couple of streams that we've done. How many streams have we done on this? Like 4? This is number 4? You know, Calvin Coolidge was a good friend of mine. Yes, I know. You've told me that like a dozen times already. Yeah, you don't need... As far as music, I mean, if your players don't necessarily want it, that's fine. I do tend to have it in mind. But that's just... It can get a little bit... Like, as a DM, you know, you've already got a bunch of stuff on your mind, so there are certain times whenever you're really, you know, thinking through something, you're really into something, and it just flutters away like a butterfly. Like, you don't even really notice the music anymore, and then all of a sudden you realize, like, oh, I've had this, like, happy-go-lucky tavern music playing during this entire fight. And, you know, it do be like that sometimes. It do be like that. Yeah, I mean, so if it's just me, like when I'm on the player's end, and like 99% of the time when I'm on the player's end, it's like I'm on the computer. And so like the GM can have music going. I'm typically not listening to it. I've typically got that silenced, and then I'll just have my own stuff going. What are your thoughts on the rise in popularity of dark romance books with women like the Minotaur milking farm? I think that we are a degenerate and fallen culture. Does that answer your question, VJJ? I think people have always been a little messed up as far as what gets their rocks off, you know. I, however, am very milquetoast. Put a pair of bazungas in front of me and I'm good. Man, I am good. Is it weird to have the bathroom right next to where they're keeping their food stores? I mean, technically they're not, you know, they're not defecating where they eat. But yeah, you want me to be a Minotaur? Exactly. Exactly, fantastic. I can't be a Minotaur. I'm looking for a man with horns. 7'5", split hooves. Yeah. Bamboo roof beams. Let's see. I need trying to figure out a rough wood table. I don't want a rough wood table. Although I feel like he would have a desk, but the thing is, like, I just assume that everything that people in the Japanese culture do is sitting on the ground. So I will say, in regards to fantastic subject matter, I have nothing to add to any angle of it. I am an amoeba. You know this because you have many females in your family, of which some thought they were clever in trying to hide similar books in plain sight. Women are weird, dog. I mean, what else can you say? They're weird. The standards of Western women are now truly impossible. Exactly. All right, well, I'll tell you what I'm going to do. I'm going to go get some more coffee. And that's really all I'm going to do. So I will be right back. Hey, welcome over to the YouTube side, Zilnok. There are now I'm not a reader. I'll tell you that much right now. But oh, you know what? I need to unmute the speakers again. I'm not a reader, but I have watched several videos on people basically saying like, you know, oh, literature is no good anymore. It's this and that and the other thing and yada yada yada. And I guess I kind of get it. You know, as people will write down whatever slop comes to their mind. And the sad part about that is that people read said slop. So, I mean, you know, people like what they like, and I can't really say much about it, but make sure I'm all good. One thing I need to do, I need to figure out is how to effectively put a good transition between the road and the grass. Like, because it just kind of fades into it, you know? I'd like a distinguishing line, but not necessarily such a hard line that it makes it obvious that there's line work done, you know what I mean? Yeah, the 50 Shades of Grey series. I hear you. You know, I haven't read it. I haven't read 50 Shades of Grey. So I can't really give any insight onto that. The only thing I know is that it's the fact that it is so popular is very indicative on what kind of things women are actually looking for. Amazing Contemporary Book Series is the Netflix show, but the books are even better. Wait. The U series. See, that was one that I was like, it was a woman's show, and so immediately I was like, nah. Like, women were just all about it, and I'm like, nah. But that's the thing that I keep talking to like coworkers about is like, you know, the idea of all these shows about serial killers and sociopaths, and I'm like, that doesn't interest me at all. Like, they were talking about that show Monster. It's about Ed Gein. I'm like, how does anybody find that show? Like, the idea of serial killers and all that stuff is just, I don't understand. I mean, I guess I understand why it's interesting, but why the fascination with watching so much content about it? Like, you know, when it comes to nonfiction stuff, I would rather watch something about World War II or something that is, I don't know. I like the idea of heroics. I romanticize heroic figures and stuff. Yeah, right you are, Paul. Right you are. But I like stories of people overcoming odds, doing things that are against the nature of their self-preservation, in order to accomplish something. Like, you know, action versus emotion. Yes, I like watching people do things, and the emotion that I get from entertainment comes from what people do. You know what I mean? For the most part. Like, there's obviously instances where that's not necessarily the case, but yeah, Geralt is an awesome hero because he does things. Yeah, true crime stuff. Yeah. Again, true crime stuff, not that I dislike it. I just don't really have any interest in it. Sufficiently intelligent living creatures are entertained and interested in weird shit. Correct. Yes. Hacksaw Ridge. Great movie. Saving Private Ryan. Great movie. I don't want to hear that shit about, oh, it's not realistic. The goal of World War Z was never... like, yeah, I get it. I get it, okay? I understand that maybe, perhaps, the idea of a battalion of, or not even a battalion, a platoon of soldiers would go after one guy and risk losing all of them to send him home. I understand that that's unrealistic, but it is based on an actual story. Later, Corey. Have a good one, brother. All right. I think what I want to do, I want to try and get this map done today, because I feel like I've been working on it for far too long. Here, we're gonna do this. We're gonna put this in here. All right. So here's the thing. These bookshelves need to come up just a tad. They need to come up a layer. Why? Why on earth are they -1? They are basically below ground. We're going to bring that one down a layer and have it just resting slightly underneath the table. We're going to have perhaps a scroll. Sitting out on the table as if the patriarch of the house was studying. Wait, what's the size on this? Later, Paul. It's not about it being realistic, Huck. Damn it. Look, here's the thing. Lord of the Rings is not realistic. It might be realistic in its own context, but it's not realistic. And yet, I still tear up every time Boromir sacrifices himself to redeem his actions that he took against Frodo in protecting Merry and Pippin and getting killed for his trouble. All right? Yes, I tear up. And I tear up whenever he comes forward and he acknowledges that he is so touched by the fact that on his deathbed, quote unquote, on his deathbed, Aragorn would acknowledge that they share the same people and that he will not let the White City fall. Giving him hope in his last final seconds. Yes, that gets me. It also gets me when the medic dies in Saving Private Ryan. That gets me. Like, do you have the same freak out over the Patriot? Because the Patriot is also not realistic. Hello, 40 Viking. How are you? Look, all right. You know what? You know what? I have looked this up before because I've had this damn argument before. Patriot is the worst. Yes. All right, Huck. So, Saving Private Ryan is based on the true story of the Nealon brothers, whose experiences during World War II inspired the film's plot. There. Now, the Patriot, I can't really I'm not going to defend the Patriot because it was a gross mischaracterization of actual. Well, it wasn't actual people, but fictionalized versions of actual people. I was working on that desk. Let's throw in a quick bamboo scroll just on this side of the desk over here. And then I'll tell you what. I want to throw in a little aha, nope, that's not what I was looking for. Where are you? Looking for a very specific asset. Dude, where's... Oh, here we go. Here we go. This is what I was looking for. Okay. I just wanted to have... I wanted to make sure he had a chest for something. I agree. The Gladiator is a phenomenal movie because of its ability to capture the themes of ancient Rome. I agree. And I think that's the difference between... like a period piece. So it's not... See, I'm not sure about the Patriot as far as whether it is adapting a true story that occurred during the Revolutionary War. I don't believe it does because the characters don't even share the same name. If I'm not... If I'm not mistaken. So I got a bot on the Twitch side of things. Oh yeah, I'm sure I do. Very few people watch over on Twitch, so I'm just like, whatever. What is this hit? Oh yeah. Like, I don't think that the Patriot is really adapting a true story. It is taking fictionalized versions of actual people and adapting them, or not adapting, but telling a story about them, or I guess. I don't know about the Patriot, honestly. I haven't read too much about it, but like, there's a difference between adaptation and just like a period piece, you know? Like, I don't care about necessarily a World War II movie that comes out and is like, here's a story of something that could have happened during World War II versus here's the autobiographical, or not, or here's the a biopic about, General Patton or something. Like, that's different. If somebody were to come in and say, like, this is a story, this is the Lord of the Rings, I would expect it to be faithful to the source material. If it were something that were something completely new, but were to take place during the time period or in the setting of Middle Earth, I would expect it to play within the rules that were set forth by the architect, but you have creative liberties within that. You know what I mean? Just like it's just like when I play the One Ring. Like, I'm not telling the story of Frodo and everything. I'm telling a different story within the world that just plays by the same rules. And so, like, I would know that, okay, well, right now, during this time period, dwarves have not taken back Moria. Balin hasn't made his trek into Moria yet. And so I know that there's certain things that are going on, but within that, you can find a little bit of creative liberty to make things happen. Yeah, I refuse to electrocute dogs on stream. And I refuse to spout gobbledygook nonsense, because that dude is an idiot. Yeah, more just came over here. Yeah, because the conversation is hard across medium. Yeah, you're not wrong. You're not wrong. Asked my brother, who is a Knights Templar, when they were planning a crusade to save Europe. He said the group is already at war with heart disease and high blood pressure. I don't electrocute my dogs at all. And something tells me that Hassan Piker is just an abuser in general. I could see him being just a genuinely abusive person. This room needs some stuff. Although I'm not sure what. Red maple. Sparse cherry blossom trees. I like the cherry blossom. We need cherry blossoms here, for sure. Oh, that's big. How big are cherry blossom trees? They're pretty big, right? They're not massive, but they're not oak trees. But let's see, cherry blossom. Oh yeah, cherry blossoms are big. They're big trees. Aw, fantastic. I don't expect that kind of nicety from you. I appreciate that, though. Cherry blossom tree is massive. Here, let's see. We're going to put a cherry blossom here. Gonna put a couple of cherry blossoms here, overlooking the road. Boo, boo, boo. I don't think we need that many, though. Here, we're gonna get rid of that. And actually, do we want... Here, let me see something real quick, because I might want a full one. They are ornamental trees, you know. Yeah, let's get rid of the sparse ones. We'll put the full ones on here. We want nice, full cherry blossoms. Oh, that's a big one. But they are ornamental. I was reading that they are ornamental, so that tells me that they would have been probably personally placed, or not personally, purposefully placed. And so... Found in eastern North America. Then why are they in the... Well, eastern... Okay, fair enough. Red maple. I like these. So let's throw a couple of these in there too. We'll throw... Boop, boop, boop. Oh, there's a big one. Just off screen. There we go. Kind of bring a little life to the outside of the house here. There is. It's an easy way to fill up gaps and guide the eyes towards certain things. Although this map doesn't, this map kind of has a natural flow to it. Kind of. And honestly, you know, I'm no interior designer, obviously. Yeah, I'm sober. Usually I stream hungover. No, I don't. It's only like, you know, 40% of the time. And by the time the stream is, you know, fully and solidly underway, it's, you know, I'm usually pretty good. All I need is a couple of cups of coffee and some time to wake up. Now, what I really need here, I'm going to get rid of this grid. Kind of help me maybe envision it a little bit better. I want to know, I need to know what to do with this room here, because I'm not entirely sure. A water pump? Of course, of course. We need a good water pump. Yes, yes, we'll put the water pump right there. Yes, yes. Let's see. I'm changing the track. Let's see. Saving it, saving it, saving it. Okay. Hmm. Never been one for coffee, eh? I get it. I've never been one for liquor. I know it's completely different, but I'm just, you know, just saying. I don't know how that correlates. It really doesn't correlate. Oh man, tight. Coffee isn't for the weak. Wow, Nomi, coming in swinging. All right, Nomi. All right, you know what? I ate mayonnaise by the spoonful for you. I don't want to hear it. All right? I never, ever, ever want to relive that ever again. Oh, yeah, yeah, okay. Oh, Nomi got to eat delicious, delicious cake. While Moss had to eat friggin' mayonnaise by the spoonful. Yeah, those two are completely comparable. No. I refuse that logic. I've never done anything for you? Not once? All right, whatever you say. I'm a little bit offended that you would say that, but, you know, whatever. Now is not the time for Tenacious D quotes. He gonna make you his sex slave. You're gonna gargle mayonnaise. No. Unless we bust a massive monster mamma jam. Barrel stand. I'll take this barrel stand. I'll put wood on it. It's perfect. You're gonna gargle mayonnaise. Wow, Nomi. Wow. There we go. Look at that. Perfect. I never played Brutal Legend. Nomi, have you not seen Tenacious D? You need to... You have homework now. I'm giving you homework. Tenacious D must be watched. We've been through so much shit. Deactivated lasers with my dick. Now it's time to blow this fucker down. Come on, Cage, cause it's time to blow doors down. I hear you, Jables, now it's time to blow doors down. Light up the stage, cause it's time for a showdown. We'll bend you over, then we'll take you to Brown Town. Now we've got to blow this fucker down. It's gonna... Ooh, I better not say that word. YouTube don't like that word. Demonetized. See, the comma that you put in that sentence, Nomi. No, because I'm a good Christian. Girl Moss. How are you? See, he's got to have a sword. A sword? See, that looks like it's... I'm going to try to see if I can... transform. Let's transform. Alright, so this is me trying to give it the appearance of leaning against the wall. I don't know if that will do it or not because it doesn't render correctly. Until I actually... Alright, I'll tell you what. Why don't we try to render it? Let's see. I freaking love Doom. Doom is such a good game. And don't let Nomi fool you. She's got a potty mouth for days. Oop. Potty mouth. I am not making this map for any particular reason whatsoever. I am making this map simply because I stream map making on Saturday mornings. And that's about it, really. And they're over on Patreon, so if any, you know, if anybody wants to use it, they're more than welcome. But that's kind of what I make it for, just because, you know, I like doing the whole. I liked when I first started this, I really liked the idea of something nice and chill first thing on Saturday morning. Like, you know, you wake up when you're a kid and you have Saturday morning cartoons. Well, this is not for adults necessarily, but, you know. You do have a potty mouth, Nomi. You do have a potty mouth. Like, you're not as bad as Sevi is. Sevi's got... Sevi makes a sailor blush. But you are not... you're not innocent. She's not that innocent. Just so you guys know, Nomi is the only one who can really just about render me speechless. Just saying. Let's see. Okay, I'll tell you what we're going to do. I'm going to... Okay, so it's saved. I'm going to go back to my maps. And then we are going to open at... We're going to open at Ultra 4K. Because I really want to see if I was able to make that sword look like it was leaning up against that table. Even still. She probably will hear me. Like, the only thing that's really getting me flustered right now is figuring out what to put in this room. Like, I genuinely have no idea. I am going to go back and open it at a lower resolution. Make personalized challenges for each player. That's yeah. As a player, I would genuinely appreciate that. Well, it's better to have the challenge and not need it than to need it and not have it. Like, I just don't know. I don't know. I don't know enough about Eastern culture and their decor to really know what to do with it. Can't be combat of any kind. Yeah, I mean, that just really depends on how much combat you actually have. Because obviously you don't want too much combat. Otherwise it gets stale. But a lot of the games that I run have use combat pretty sparingly. But I don't run any games that are... I don't run any games that are like tactical combat simulators like Dungeons and Dragons was originally meant to be, and still carries some essence of. But I'll be honest with you, a lot of my lack of inspiration today comes from the fact that I am slightly distracted by the fact that Battlefield came out yesterday, and I really, really, really want to play it. Lamas Moss. That got me. That's funny. That's funny. Shorthand of a long explanation is their destination they're trying to reach is another plane of existence which has zero risk of death, zero combat, and they will likely be stuck in for a long time. Poop on Deborah's desk. Nice callback. I haven't heard that song in a while. Should have just streamed BF6. Well, see, here's the thing. So, I thought about streaming Battlefield, but for whatever reason, like my hardware exceeds the recommended hardware that they put on the Steam store. Like, I think the recommended specs were like, like a 3060 Ti graphics card. This is recommended. Was 3060 Ti and Ryzen 7 3600 or something like that. But mine's better than that. Like, I have better specs than that. But even still, I think there's something going on with it. Like, I was looking at it yesterday, and for whatever reason, my FPS was just getting absolutely throttled. Now, it wasn't as bad this morning. I played a little bit this morning. I played for maybe an hour before I started the stream, and it wasn't as bad. I was still running probably 70 or 80 FPS, but my hardware was just about maxed out, you know. And I'm not even playing on, like, I have the settings. There's a setting in there that auto presets the graphical settings for either performance or quality, and I have it preset for performance. And even still, like, you know, ideally I should be getting probably 90 to 120 FPS, but I'm not getting that. So I don't know what's going on. I think that they have been made aware of the issue. Like there's something going on with the coding in it maybe that's just not being optimized properly. But yeah, your 5080 will be fine. Like I've got a 5060 Ti and it's not like, you know, it's not handling like it should, I don't think. Therefore, I don't know if I'll be streaming it. I've updated my video drivers and everything. You know, I've done all that stuff. So I don't know. I even cut out all background processes. There's just, yes, I've updated my drivers. Yeah, I don't know. I think it's something that is going on the game side. I think it might not be. I might be freaking high, but let's see. Yeah, as of like 17 hours ago. This guy's running a 4080 with a 7800 X3D. Every setting on low, but can't get it to reach above 55 FPS, averaging less than 20. Re-downloaded drivers didn't fix a thing. Something about, I don't know. Yeah, I'll have to look into it, but yeah, the problem is that like I probably could stream it, but it runs my CPU pretty high and it also runs my GPU pretty high, which is why I'm thinking, because it's probably running on I would guess probably most settings are probably set to medium. And it's still running my CPU and my GPU pretty high. So that's why I think it's a little bit of an optimization issue. All right. Later, Nomi. The plane is an infinite maze in a puzzle. Got it. No, I haven't deleted old drivers. If you get all the way from map 1 to map 29 and attempt to get to map 30 the normal way, you get loop back to map 1. Yeah? So make it kind of like a puzzle to get to the next area. Yeah. What? Sevi! Hey! How are you, Sevi? I said you have a potty mouth. You have the mouth of a sailor. Are you going to deny that, Sevi? Prefer games on consoles just because you don't want to mess with a lot of options to optimize the game. Yeah, you know, I get that. I like that though. Why would you ever? You literally have a redeem and kick that says no cursing. Who told her? Who told her what was going on in this stream? Who told her? Or has she been lurking this entire time? No, she hasn't been lurking because she just now... We were talking about that 45 minutes ago. And now here you are. Now here you are. All but hurt that I said that I told the truth about your mouth. About that mouth. People say, what that mouth do? That mouth curses a lot. Never swear. Sevi. You are a piece of work. I'll say that. You are a piece of work. Oh, look, we'll just put a vase. How big? Oh, that's because it got resized to 100. 40 Just finished the workout. Very nice. Sevi, I'm going to play some Battlefield here in a little bit. Sweet and innocent angel. Buh. I need to go to the gym too, but I've got to leave my house at like 2 because I got to meet my parents for Din. But I want to get in a good like 8 hours of Battlefield today because I want to summon my child side, but I need to go to the gym. I didn't go to the gym yesterday because I wanted to play Battlefield as soon as I got off work. And now I regret not going to the gym yesterday because I don't want to go to the gym today because I just want to play Battlefield. Hello, Gift of Gabby on the Twitch side. Hello. That kind of bully shot is why you put a window on the bathroom. I got bitched at because it would be smelly in the bathroom without a window. Making a map for whatever somebody wants to use it for. Not necessarily Pathfinder per se, but if somebody wants to use it for Pathfinder, by all means. I imagine that anybody who has the same profession as Sevi would also speak very similarly. Yes, I can understand that, Vijay. Legalese, I think, is the exact language. There's a stone statue of a fox. We can put that somewhere. I'm going to put that... Nah, probably not, because I think that's more of a... It's not a holy symbol necessarily, but it's a revered... It's a very revered symbol. And I don't know what I just clicked on. It's... Oh, wow. That's cool. If I could use these, that would be pretty awesome. Part of me is just tempted to just let it go. Be like, oh, look, a big open room that you start out in. A big open room. A good, like, third of the house. A third of the square footage is just empty. Because that's the entryway. Mostly because I'm just kind of tired of this map and I want to move on, man. Let's see. See, it's all a bunch of low-sitting tables and stools, and yeah. I don't know, man. I don't know, man. I don't know. Well, you know what? I know I said I wanted to get this done this week, but I think what I'm going to do is I think that I am going to go ahead and save. Now, it definitely looks better, but at this point, I'm kind of like brain dead. I have already been up for several hours, and I have not eaten anything. So I think I'm going to save it here, and either I will finish this off stream and just put it up on Patreon, or we will finish it next week. But I definitely want to play. I want to play with the lighting and stuff too. Actually, while I'm thinking about it, you know what? I'll just do it. I saw something and I feel like I have to put it up on here. Let's see. We're gonna put the smoke down. There we go. Need to have smoke. There we go. Give it a little bit more realism there. There we go. All right. We got black smoke coming out the chimney. That's what I needed. All right. So with that, I think we're going to go ahead and pick this up next week because honestly, I've got Battlefield on the brain. I really want to play it. I also really have to pee. So I'm going to do all of those things here in the next couple of minutes. And you know what I'll do? I will also check on, I'll play a match or two, and then I'll keep an eye on the performance. And if I think that I can maintain a stream without absolutely freaking throttling my entire system, then I'll stream it. Otherwise, I won't. So with that, I guess I will leave you all there. I hope you all enjoy your Saturday. I know I will. But I will bid you all adieu, auf Wiedersehen, Gesundheit, and God bless.